Many Democrat 2020 hopefuls find themselves coming out against gun owners just one day after the shooting. One America's Meghann Dyke has more.
The fatal Saturday shooting at a California synagogue once again brings the debate over gun control to the forefront of conversation. Democrat 2020 hopefuls used the election trail to speak on the Second Amendment after an elderly woman was killed and 3 others were injured by a gunman at the Chabad congregation of Poway. The suspect, 19-year-old John Ernest, was likely stopped from causing more harm by an off-duty Border Patrol agent using a gun kept at the synagogue.
Just miraculously, the gun jammed. And in attendance at the synagogue, there was a Border Patrol off-duty agent, Mr. Jonathan Morales. Many of times I would say, Jonathan, you work for the Border Patrol. Please arm yourself when you are here. We never know when we'll need it. As soon as the gun jammed and as soon as the shouting was going on, he jumped up in pursuit.
Despite this possibility, Democrat candidates don't appear to be winding down on the narrative around gun ownership. This includes former Congressman Beto O'Rourke, who joined in on the latest gun reform talks during a rally in Los Angeles. But he believes semi-automatic firearms should only be intended for military use and kept out of civilian hands.
And we will also insist and ensure that weapons that were designed and sold to the United States military for the express purpose of killing people as efficiently, as effectively, and as great a number as possible are kept on the battlefields and are no longer sold into our communities.
However, this was not the sentiment of some 2020 candidates. In the tweets following the fatal incident, South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg took a more general tone and condemned anti-Semitism without any calls for gun reform. This was not the case in a statement from California Senator Kamala Harris, herself a gun owner, who declared the attack a senseless act of gun violence. The Golden State already has some of the most liberal measures in place to restrict gun ownership, which now appear to not have stopped the shooting suspect from legally obtaining a firearm. And yet, presidential candidate and California Representative Eric Swalwell took direct aim at President Trump's sympathetic remarks to the victims of the apparent hate crime. His message to the president? Quote, spare your thoughts and prayers, adding, it's an alibi for inaction. Swalwell's comments come just after San Diego County officials revealed a manifesto now attributed to Ernest denounced the president as well as the GOP. As additional details of the tragedy come to light, it's unknown whether Democrat hopefuls will begin changing their tone around self-defense and firearms. Meghann Dyke, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.